Mixolydian and Spencer.
What's the Mixolydian? Mixolydian? I thought
G
G to G. And the Aeolian is B to D?
No, A to A.
A to A.
Dorian, D to D,
That's-
Aeolian, A to A.
They have the Aeolian starting on B.
Yes. Don't ask. I don't know. I have
Every
no-
single one of these in the book starts on D. Every single one of them.
This is a memory aid.
Because it gives you the
Oh, 'cause you can
steps
play-
and the half steps.
Yeah.
Because you can go over to the piano and say, well, what's the Dorian start like? So it's, you just start on any D and you go up the white keys. So the formula is automatically just following the white keys. So if you were want to try to like write out the formula, then you just go to a piano and say, okay, a D to an E is a whole step, E to an F is a half step, and you could probably figure it out that way.
So could you change the key of the mode?
Yes,
Yeah.
but
You have to know the half steps.
the white
Yeah.
key, that's the memory that every school will teach you. And then when you start to think, well, what's Dorian if it starts on an A flat? That's what I'll show you. That I'll give you a better way to think of the white keys.
It's like for me, the pentatonic scales, I'll just play the white keys. Okay, well then I'll transfer that to the white keys. No comment?
Whatever works for you.
No.
You
I'm
can
starting to get annoyed of my song because I hear it in my head all the time.
You know, do you remember me saying things like pick a poem you like or pick a... That's why, because you're going to be with that for so long that you'll start to hear it all the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people who say, well, I'll just grab something, you know, I don't really care for it, but I'll just do it for the assignment. And then later it's, you just... I mean, I can remember when I was a band director and I would do band arrangements of pieces. I mean, I would have every note of a piece memorized, including the bass line. I just, you know, you copy it, the trombones, the tuba, and you keep transposing, you just, All right, so we've got kind of a white key memory aid. Now, how to sing the notes is next.
Very churchy.
The reason I like this page is they've taken, they're kind of using the white key memory aid. So the first one there, the Slovakia, that's an Aeolian mode. And it starts on an A. The Dorian mode one starts on a D. The Phrygian mode starts on an E. So this follows the white key memory. Now this is not always true because you could transpose these to any starting note that you want. So it's possible to start any mode on any note. The same way that we start any major scale on any note. We could have an A flat major scale or an B flat major scale. But I use this page because it's nice to teach how you would sing the modes. Singing the modes are not difficult if you can sing major and minor fairly well. So Aeolian mode, I don't need to tell you too much about that because it's the pure minor, and we sang the pure minor. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, do, te, re, so, fa, mi, re, do. Try that just to brush up on that. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, do, te, re, so, fa, mi, re, do. So this one's going do, do, so, 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 la, te, do, re, do, so, do. Let's try. Oh, it's mono. counter opera be about? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Do, do, so, 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 re, re. Do, re, re, do, so, so. Te, re, do, te, re, so, fa, re. Fa, re, fa, re. Fa, re, so, fa, do.
Yeah. Try it on loop. 3. Try it on the counter. 2, 3. So do you notice that kind of, without the tonality, this melody just floats gently? So there's not much I need to tell you about singing in the Aeolian mode, except you just do the pure minor. We kind of already covered that. So we could, you'd have to practice it and make sure you don't accidentally sing the finger along. Now, Dorian, though, we haven't tried that. To understand how to sing in the Dorian mode, take a look at this scale and tell me, this is one note away from something we already know.
G major.
No. Starting on D.
Oh, starting on D? D minor.
D, what scale is it similar to? Except for
Oh,
D minor.
not major.
Minor.
Minor.
B flat.
Because if it was D major, we'd have to change both of these. But if it's D minor, we'd only have to change this. So the sixth scale degree in a Dorian mode is a half step higher than we would expect it to be in a pure minor. So when you sing the Dorian mode, you pretend that you're in, you start out as if you're in a D minor Aeolian. But then you practice with a raised sixth scale degree. Try it. Okay, now, normally we practice that and we try singing it like a scale, but let me show you how you would sing the Dorian mode. Take a pencil and find all the B's and circle them. Just the B's. Three B's. So, everybody find all three? Third measure, first system, second system, first measure. So, as you sing, you're going to compare each mode to either a major or a minor scale, because each one will be similar except for one note. And then you isolate that one note, and then you sing whatever scale it's similar to till you get to that one note. Here in the Dorian, we can think of this first part as just a pure minor.